Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a Sancocho Dominicano. Normally a Sancocho Dominicano is made out of 7 meats, but I'm just going to be using one, and I'm going to be using carne de chivo. Sancocho is very traditional, generally a party food in the Dominican Republic. They make it whenever there's a party or whenever there's a lot of people coming over. It's basically just a large soup with meat, vegetables, anything you can think of, and it's super delicious. So if you feel like you would enjoy this kind of recipe and you want to find out how to make the sancocho, just keep watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get the notifications when I upload a new video. And also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So these are the ingredients that you will need in order to make your sancocho. Generally, a lot of people make the sancocho using 7 different types of meat, but you can make it to your liking. Today, I'm going to be using carne de chivo or goat milk. Actually, goat meat. I will be adding potatoes, plátanos, yuca. This is celery. I don't know how it's called in Spanish. You need some limon, cebolla. I like to add carrots into mine. Corn. We have auyama. Also, I don't have peppers, but you should add some green peppers or ajís. But I don't worry about it because I have this. I usually add sazón líquido, which has all the seasoning flavors. And then this I use to season the meat, which is the adobo, oregano, the ajo. You can also use whole garlic, and a little bit of oil to cook the meat. Also, once you have the water in the sancocho, a lot of people like to add caldo de pollo. I don't often do this, but I'm gonna use it today. And yeah, that's basically it. You can choose to add other types of food like yautía, batata. Well, I don't know about batata, but maybe yautía and some other types, but this is usually what we like to eat. We don't really eat the yuca too much, but we like to add it in to add the thickness that it'll get. And that's all you need to make a sancocho. To season the meat, you will use adobo, oregano, garlic. You can use whole garlic or garlic paste, and optional to add sazón líquido. Also 1 lime, and then you just mix it all together. So next thing you can do is take all your vegetables and things and wash and peel everything. So like the carrots and this, peel everything and cut it up into pieces. The potatoes, you can leave it in quarters. I like to leave it in about quarters because then it'll break apart. The plátanos, I usually do it in little rolls like that, like if you're making tostones. And this, I make it in small pieces, and this as well because this breaks down and this makes it thicker. This, I leave it in rounds because I like to eat the actual carrots. And this as well in little pieces. Once you chop everything up, I like to keep everything in one bowl and just pour the ingredients as I need them, because it's just easier to clean up. But you can keep everything separate. I still haven't peeled that because it's hard for me to do it and my husband will do it. In a deep pot, pour some oil and sugar and let the sugar brown. Once it's brown, you start adding the meat so that the meat can start getting some color. The heat should be on medium-high. Flip it over so that it can be even on both sides. Once it's somewhat evenly browned on both sides, you're going to add water to cook the meat. I usually take the marinade that was left over from adding the meat, and then I add more water, probably just enough to cover the meat so that it can cook for a little bit. Depending on the kind of meat that you're going to use in the sancocho, you need to cook the meat accordingly the way it should be cooked. Since I'm using goat meat is a little harder, so it takes a while for it to get tender. Now just cover it up and let the meat cook. Once the meat is tender, you add more water to the pot. Add enough water to almost fill up the pot. This is the water that you're going to use to make the sancocho. It's best to remove the meat out of the water so that it doesn't break apart. Since the goat meat is a tough meat, you can leave that one in. Start adding the seasonings to the water you just added. The onions, the celery, the garlic, the peppers if you're going to use that. And if you want to add more sazon líquido, more adobo, or more oregano, you can add that as well. It's all going to be to your taste. Also add the cube of caldo de pollo. Add as much as you need to your taste. Mix it all up and cover it. After a while, the flavors should have seeped into the water, but add anything if you think something is missing. You can add the yuca, auyama, and part of the plátanos. I don't add all the plátanos at this point because I like to eat the plátanos as well. Once they are tender, take out part of the yuca, the auyama, and the plátanos that you added, and put it in a blender. Also include the onions and any other vegetables that you want to liquefy as well. And make sure you add enough water. As you can see here, mine was not liquidy enough, so I had to go back and take some more liquid from the sancocho for me to be able to blend it properly into the sancocho and actually make it thick. Now you can add the carrots and the remaining plátanos. Before the carrots and plátanos get too tender, add the corn and the potatoes. The water should thicken enough and the potatoes should be tender but not to the point of breaking apart. It takes a few hours. And that's how you make a Sancocho Dominicano. It's usually done in the same manner, but the ingredients you pick and choose what you want to add because it all depends on what you like and what you don't like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video today, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on those the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.